Tip number 1 for dressing modestly and fashionably is to add some type of structure. When you're working with a modest outfit, you have a lot more fabric, so this can be very overwhelming and shapeless. It's good to add a touch of tailoring or structure to your outfit to make it look more polished. You can do this with a blazer, a structured handbag, a belt, or even just a nice classic pair of pumps. One of my favorite pieces is my Aritzia robe. It's the closest thing I have to a blazer. It does have a more soft and feminine style to it, but I love the structure and sophistication that it gives my outfits. I also think that wearing something more tailored like a pair of trousers or a blazer with a flowy feminine piece really adds a nice juxtaposition to your outfits that make them more interesting. Tip number 2 is to avoid clothing that's too tight and too loose. In my humblest opinion, I don't think that wearing something skin tight, even if it's completely covering you, is very modest. I kind of think it defeats the purpose. On the other hand, wearing baggy, oversized clothing doesn't look very elegant or polished. You want to find a happy medium. Opt for clothing that gracefully skims your body and elegantly drapes on your figure, especially if you want more of a feminine, modest look. Of course, I'm going to provide some examples of what I mean by that on the screen, but fabrics like satin, silk, and viscose are good to kind of give you this look that I'm describing. Now, if you do like to wear oversized pieces or even more fitted pieces, the key is to balance them. If you want to wear a fitted bodysuit, maybe balance it with a looser skirt or a pair of jeans. Same thing with maybe an oversized t-shirt or sweatshirt. Balance it with something fitted on the bottom or even just add a belt. I do really love the balance of something oversized with something fitted, and I think that you can do a lot of cute, modest looks with this idea. Tip number 3 is to understand how to dress for your body shape. One reason modesty looks different on everybody is because we all have different body shapes, and the key is to just understand how clothing works on you and then using that to your advantage. For example, I have a friend who is a lot more curvier than me, and she says she doesn't like those full skirts because they ride up in the back. She doesn't think that's very flattering or practical. Instead, she likes to opt for A-line skirts and skirts that kind of go straight down. This is a really good example of understanding how clothing works on your body shape and then dressing accordingly. This isn't about how to get like an hourglass figure, or if you're short you shouldn't wear this and this. It's more of just your personal preferences, which is kind of why I haven't done a very specific video on how to dress for your body shape, because it just depends. If you don't want to put a lot of emphasis on your midsection, that's totally up to you, but it is good to know, of course, what clothing does maybe draw attention to that area, or what clothing can help you achieve your goal of kind of covering it up. So just understand how proportions and clothing works on you and then use that to your advantage. If you want to see a more in-depth video of how to dress for your body shape and different clothing for different dressing types, I'd be happy to do that. Tip number 4 is to add some color or texture to your wardrobe. A modest wardrobe that's just gray and black and cotton skirt, cotton top can end up looking very frumpy. You want to make sure you add some elements of interest and contrast, whether that's with color or through texture. Colors make me happy, so my goal this year is to really wear more color in my wardrobe. I love my neutrals, but I do think that the emotion that comes with wearing color is amazing, and I really want to express my personality with more colorful dresses and skirts. Another thing that you can do is texture. If you love to wear neutrals and you love to wear like black, maybe instead of that black cotton skirt, you swap it out for a leather one. That's already going to elevate the outfit, make it a lot more interesting, and of course, add for a more modest but fashionable look. If you stayed all the way to the end of today's video, thanks so much for watching. I think you'd really enjoy this video where I go into more details on how to dress modest, feminine, and youthful. I would love to hear if there's any tips that you like when it comes to dressing modestly and fashionably. We can get a discussion going, and I just want to thank you so much for your support. I have a lot of videos planned, not just for modest fashion, but some other content that I'm really excited to film and share with you this year, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!